Check one, check.
Today we're talking about shitting yourself and farting in front of your significant other.
No farting. Yeah, not shitting yourself.
We are.
Who does that? Really? Really?
Welcome back to the show. I am Seckert, and this is...
I am G'lenda.
And for Let's Talk About That. This is a real world issue with every relationship.
Mm-hmm.
From the time you're 16 to our age, right?
Because everyone farts and everyone poops, and
Yeah.
it's whether you're comfortable doing that in front of your partner. But okay, settle down. But the thing is, girl farts don't smell.
Yeah, that's a misnomer.
They smell like lilacs.
No,
Yeah, they do.
okay, so before we get into all that, you know what? Let's talk about that right now.
Okay.
Girl farts stink. We need like a meter, like a stink meter, because a lot of women, and correct me if I'm wrong, and I'm sure you will, but they store their farts, like because they only poop like once a week type thing.
No.
Because not everybody is like Mr. Regular or Mrs. Regular type thing,
Clockwork.
right? Yeah.
Every morning after 2 cups of coffee. Yep.
But
Done.
But getting into I'm excited about this topic. You know what? I dressed up for it.
I see that.
I kind of did.
And you look nice.
Thank you. I'm excited about it because it's like something. It is. This conversation is so hard to have in any relationship. In a new relationship, how do you know when you've taken it to the next level? Right?
I know you're out with a boyfriend and you're young and you've only been on 2 dates or whatever, and you really have to fart and you hold it in and you get such a tummy ache from that. It's not good.
It's not good.
No.
And we know some people too that, I mean, when you're watching a movie, let's go back there first. You're watching a movie, and that happens in a movie, and you fucking die, right? Like you rewind it and do it. I do. Because farting is like the universal language. Everybody understands what that is. Really? You know what I mean?
Okay.
You're not picking that up?
Okay, yeah.
But it's just so funny.
It's
funny on every level.
Yeah.
A lot of people look at it as disgusting, and I mean, you can make it disgusting, I suppose.
Oh, but there's a time and a place for a fart. Like I remember 1,000 years ago having friends over for dinner, and there was just the 4 of us sitting around at the table. And we're eating. All 4 of us are eating.
Yeah.
Lovely rib dinner. And this said person leaned
The one cheek
and
sneak.
farted at the table. No excuse me. And we're all supposed to keep eating. I mean, isn't that the time that you should excuse yourself and go to the washroom or go out on the deck or leave the room?
I agree. You
kind of ruin the meal.
You don't do it in the kitchen or the dinner table or...
No.
that, and sometimes in a new relationship, because I mean, we make sure our breath smells good and we're wearing deodorant and you don't have a booger hanging out of your nose and your hair is combed and you're looking your best, right? But sometimes your gut just something's not sitting right. Stress or could be
something you ate.
Yeah, like fries and gravy or onions or something's just not agreeing with you. And so you get very uncomfortable. But you don't want to pass gas for 2 reasons. Silent but deadly, right?
Oh.
Okay, so as I know, the older you get and the larger you get, because we put on weight as we get a little older, the silent farts are gone. They like to make noise. They like to go, right? Because your ass is fat.
And you can't suck them up like you used to when you were 16, right? You just
Suck
hold
what
them
up?
in. Your farts, hold them in.
Well, yeah, you can. But why would you want to? Anyway, my point is, you you try to, go into another room or You try just a little bit of it out, but
Little creeper.
but my God, then the smell is just like beside you. You're just like you could peel paint with it.
That's a boy fart, though.
It is not a boy fart.
Yeah.
And you know what? It's people that eat a lot of salad. That's comes from that.
No,
Uh-huh.
no, salad doesn't do that to you. No, you're wrong. You're wrong.
Have you ever done this? So you're in a new relationship. I can't even think about it without laughing. You're in a new relationship and you got to go. You got to you not just fart. You got to have poop. But like maybe the apartment there or the house. Usually an apartment, probably a smaller, room that you're at, your girlfriend's or your boyfriend's, and the bathroom is like right off the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
That design, who made that up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, it's not good,
Not
right?
good.
And so you get flustered, so you actually leave the premises and you drive to 7-Eleven.
Mm-hmm.
Who does that?
I know someone who did that. I know someone who did that.
Because those are the most disgusting, vile places you can go and have use the washroom, right?
But somehow that was better than having a poop right outside the kitchen while the
Somehow it
significant
was.
other was making dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can remember pulling from my Rolodex. You always want to. You always want to.
Okay.
You always want to make. You would prefer if the other person slipped up first, because then it kind of opens Pandora's box, right? You kind of do, right? I'll come back to a story with that, but I can remember going back years and years and years ago. I decided to eat some K-fry, Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Oh no!
Before a date, and went over to this lady's place, and I didn't feel so good. and she lived in a small apartment, and I had to go use the facility for sure. And my stomach was like bothered. It was hurting bad. Yeah, I could see the pain on your face. Anyways, I went in there. Totally destroyed the bathroom. I know I did. It was bad. It was. I mean, come on. I'm being real, right?
Did you plug the toilet?
No. I didn't. No.
Okay.
No, it might have been a double flusher, but I definitely didn't plug.
I mean, that's why women carry purses with them. They're never stuck in the bathroom with their own shit.
You gonna really put it in your purse and carry it out
and leave?
Yeah, no. I'd put it in the back of the toilet, maybe. No.
Okay.
Anyway, I came out of the washroom and the smell was bad. Like I had no candle. I had there was no dog to blame it on. And she looked at me. She said, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, not too pretty much. Not too pretty much." You know what? I'm just going to I'm going to go now. And I jumped in my truck, and the mood had passed, right?
I would say.
Yeah. I jumped in my truck, and I was driving down the freeway, and lo and behold, I felt better. And so I picked up the phone, and I called her back. I says, "Hey, babe, I feel a lot better. Do you mind if I come back?" And she's like, "Keep driving, buddy. Just keep going." Anyway, rip the Band-Aid off, right? But it reminds me of a story. So we're in something new, right? We are. And how many? Are you okay?
Okay, big shooter. Like, really?
How many guys can relate to this scenario?
I'm not sure where you're going with this.
So, we're more mature in our lives, and everybody uses the bathroom, yada yada yada. But we haven't actually, farted in front of each other, right? No flatulence, right? Or you can still do quiet ones.
You just don't know about them. And since girl farts smell like lilacs, you wouldn't know.
But how come you're not doing them now?
Really?
Yeah, you just burned one here just now. I heard you.
No, that was your ass.
Anyway, We were sleeping the other night, and yeah, it's burn time. We were sleeping the other night, and I've never heard G'lenda pass gas to this point. And actually, I didn't hear it that night either. But I was in a dead sleep, and comatose.
Okay, you know what? You are the lightest sleeper I know.
Again, I didn't.
Ants could crawl across the floor.
I didn't hear it, but what I did was I couldn't fucking breathe, and I sat straight up in the bed, and she was just rolling over, and I'm like, oh, like it was thick, right?
I didn't think so.
Oh,
No.
I woke her up and I said, "Did you fucking shit yourself or what?" I couldn't. There was no nice way to put that.
You know what? That was totally your fault. It was no. Seckert he made this lovely crock pot meal for supper, and it was delicious, and it had about 12 onions in it, and I ate it up, and I think there was cabbage in it too. I mean,
No cabbage.
I went to bed and I had a tummy ache. It was your fault.
It was, you walk into that wall of. It was life changing.
You know what I think
It
the
was,
problem
and
is?
it wasn't even a Dutch oven moment, right?
I think the problem is I'm assuming, because I was dead sleeping, I'm assuming I rolled over and it creeped out, like, because the blankets came up. So if it would have just stayed, under the blankets, it would have dissipated. Yeah, but it was your fault because you made dinner.
It was my fault.
Yeah.
How about the people that Auntie Karen? She's in a toilet. We're going to call this person Auntie Karen. In a completely different room from the rest of
She was actually in the bathroom. She was in the bathroom. Yeah.
in the bathroom down the hall, like 40 feet away. And she goes, "Oh, excuse me." And when somebody says that, I always say, "Why, did you fart?" And she goes, "Actually, yeah, I did." And it's like, well, you're 40 feet away from me. I didn't hear it.
And in the bathroom, so that's courteous. She was very courteous.
But she
about
wanted
that.
to own that. It's like
She's very polite.
it's the only thing missing was come here and smell it real quick. That's the only thing missing.
Really?
Yeah.
Mm.
No.
So
I just think it's super funny.
have you ever been in a mall grocery shopping and there's a hanger there and you walk into it and you stop and you're looking at a shelf and people start looking at you and you go, that wasn't me, that was him?
Yeah,
because somebody drops it and runs.
That's called crop dusting.
Crop dusting.
Yeah, like crop dusting planes. They drop their
we live in a
right?
farming community.
Yeah, I love crop dusting in a mall, in a movie theater, wherever. Crop dusting is the best, because you watch people's they get grossed out on their face.
So how does that work? So you drop one and then you keep going and then you turn around and
as you're walking, you're dropping. As you're dusting as you go.
A walk and drop.
Yeah, away you go, right? And then you just kind of go out of the movement of the line and you sit there and you watch them, and they it's awesome.